What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. is back in the gym. He's been sparring. He had his first public outing at the Harrison Charlo rematch. And he didn't look bad. I mean, he had a low eye, but he has a low eye anyway. You know what I mean? I think that's like hereditary. But I think that Errol Spence, he did try to turn it around. You remember the first post, no broken bones, I'm a savage. But then he took that back. I guess he thought about it and was like, okay, that's rather selfish. But he does say something surprising, something that makes, that's kinder to the ear. You know, he said, you know, it's a blessing to God that, you know, I'm safe, you know, and I just thank God for everything. I've been out of the public because I've been spending time with my daughters, which is cool because I have a daughter myself, and it's nothing like spending time with your kids. Like all this other stuff in the world doesn't matter like family. So I can appreciate that from Errol Spence Jr. You know, he has two beautiful girls, and I think, you know, regardless of the ego, he's seen what's important. You know, I heard a good friend at work say, the only two things that are important is money and family. You know, and that makes a lot of sense. And he's taken this lesson to spend time with his family, to see what's really important. Not driving drunk in your Ferrari, not going to parties, not doing this. So I can dig it. I understand why he did what he did, you know. And I congratulate Errol Spence. Again, it's a blessing that he is where he's at. You know, a lot of people didn't make it. You know, I know some. Salvador Sanchez, car accident. Diego Chico Corrales, motorcycle accident. These guys have passed. They didn't have that luxury to have no broken bones. I'm a savage. Just have broken teeth. You know, and those broken teeth are a reminder, like, hey, when you see those veneers, he knows, like, yeah, these ain't my teeth because I was driving, you know, under the influence and stuff like that. And I shouldn't have been doing that. Hey, you learned your lesson. We've all done it. You know, I mean, we all lived once, right? Some of us never do anything wrong. But I congratulate Errol Spence for his statements. The only thing I have to counterpunch with Errol Spence, you pay attention to wording. He hit all the keynotes, you know, thank God, it's a blessing, spend time with family, right? Well, you got to read the fine print when people say certain things. And one thing that I didn't like what he said was, if that been anybody else, they'd be dead. You know what I mean? Like, it's something special about you that you didn't die. Like you're better than the rest. You know, it kind of set wrong with me. It's almost like a passive bragging still. If that been anybody else, you know, they'd be dead. Like you are just this Superman, Iron Man, you know, indestructible. So still, you're still saying I'm a savage. You're just saying it in a different way, a more humble way, a more softer way, you know. Like I said, kinder to the ear, right? More kind to the ear. So, Errol Spence, he made a statement. Now, it's funny. I don't dislike Errol Spence. I just don't like people when they duck, okay? And it's a lot of people that are Spence fans. Of course, you know, you have the LDBC and those kind brothers over there, right? They love Errol Spence. They love PBC. They love Fox. They love Showtime. They love everything on that side of the street. Those networks included, right? Well, I have to counterpunch Blue Blood because this guy said, oh, he calls out Terrence Crawford, right? Now, Now, he mentioned Terrence Crawford. He did. But then, you know, Blue Blood, he said, oh, he calls out Terrence Crawford, right? Now, he mentioned Terrence Crawford. He did. But then, you know, Terrence Crawford, he mentioned Terrence Crawford. He did. But then, I'm just looking at the latest news from Errol Spence Jr. He says, Errol Spence says he's already returned to the training, as we already reported. Wants Pacquiao or Danny Garcia next. That's the problem right there. Now, you would have these other channels saying, oh, he's calling out Crawford. Yeah, he did mention Crawford. I heard it when he said it. I was going to do a video on it. I apologize in advance. I'm just back in my crib. I was working out of town, and I was dead tired. So forgive me. But you would think if you call out specifically Terrence Crawford once in a lifetime, this is new news. I mean, it's good to hear. But then here's the thing. When you make another statement and then you exclude Terrence Crawford from this banner, Danny Garcia's PBC. Manny Pacquiao, but PBC, right? But then Ring Magazine, you're saying, hey, I want to take on Pacquiao or Danny Garcia. Well, what's wrong with that? Again, I have to counterpunch this, right? You mentioned one time specifically, hey, I want to be undisputed. I want to unify. He's already unified. He wants that belt. He wants the WBO belt. Well, why isn't he calling out Crawford and include Crawford with this string of names? You know what I mean? Look, if you want to fight someone, you just call someone out. Like, that's fresh. That was last night, people. Okay? And I got to get to the Harrison Charlo. That's another video. So stay tuned for that. So, you have Errol Spence. He's saying now he's returned to the gym, as we already know. But we're going to chase Manny Pacquiao or Danny Garcia next. This actually should be 2 videos. But they're putting it all in one. Why not? He says maybe he wants to change his nickname to Miracle Man. Errol the True Spence for all intents. Okay, let's see. What do you have? You know what? I've already counterpunched this, but I want to go in depth in another video. But you would think if you specifically want a fighter, you would consistently call him out. You know, why would you tell Ring Magazine you only want Pacquiao, Danny Garcia? It just doesn't fit right with me. You know what I mean? It almost seems like you're saying something just for the sake of saying it because there's a lot of pressure on your head. Terrence Crawford already did what he needed to do. He's already made it known. I want all those dudes. I want all the smoke. He said that. Errol Spence don't have that same energy, you know? But he did call out Terrence Crawford, I guess, to make certain people feel good, you know, that he is okay, that the wreck didn't affect him like people think, right? I get it. But you don't go to Ring Magazine and tell Ring Magazine, I only want 2 fighters. And then those 2 fighters just happen to be PBC fighters. You see what I'm going with this? It's like, okay, no. Terrence Crawford is not a PBC fighter. That means you should include him. Once again, people. Okay, they're ignoring Terrence Crawford. They're just not doing it as much as they used to. They used to treat him like the elephant in the room. But he did mention that for the sake of mentioning it. I just think that he should consistently call out Terrence Crawford in each and every interview and not, because Pacquiao's a champion. Danny Garcia's not a champion. He's a good fighter. He's an ex-champion, but he's not a champion. Right? That goes against strap season. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, that's my take on Errol Spence. I'm glad he's back in the gym. I hope he recovers 100% because I don't want any excuses. Furthermore, I want any fighter, every fighter, to be at 100%. You don't want some secret going around, oh, man, he was hurt. He had a broken hand or injured tendon, or, you know, he was damaged. I don't want any of that, right? I want every fighter to be 100% because that's the only way you will have an equal playing field. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Errol Spence statements. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.